My name is Win and we are from Ginny. I am from Ginny Garden, Bangkok, Thailand. So coming to you live from our greenhouse. Move the caption up here, the Japanese caption. Again, konnichiwa, our Japanese audience. We are coming to Hanauchu in Japan on May 16th. Hope to see you all there. This will be our final live for the Japanese audience for this Hanauchu Anthurium Expo. So see anything you like, drop us a message. And without further ado, let me get started. Today is all Anthurium. Going to be showing you some of my non-variegated stuff of our hybrid that we are bringing to Japan. If you like it, again, drop us a message and we can start it with a pre-order so you can reserve the good one. Okay, so starting off with this hybrid is RVDP crossed with, let me get that focused, is RVDP crossed with Splendid Dress. Okay, so it's RVDP crossed with Splendid Dress. So you can see the bumpy texture, and it has a square petiole, and actually the new emergent does have red vein. So I'm very excited to see how it's going to grow up. So if you like this bumpy texture, this is it for you. Okay, moving on to next. This is a Magnificum FTG hybrid. And I picked one which closely resembles the FTG plant. Many of you have seen my FTG mother plant. So you can see it already has a long leaf shape and the crystal vein. And I think this one is going to come out with a darker foliage than its parents. And this is the cross. Oops. It's a Forgetii hybrid crossed with red Magnificum and then crossed again with FTG crystallinum. Let me show you another one from the same batch. So you can already see the wide sinus forming and a long leaf shape. Right, I hope the caption is coming out okay. So if it's not, someone can let me know. Again, new next. Let me show you the name first. The mother is FTG crystallinum, and this is crossed with Pappy RL. So if you don't know what an FTG crystallinum look like, it's sort of something like this. I don't know if you can see it. It has a triangular shape, wide sinus. This particular one is not an FTG, it is a hybrid also. So I think this is something that you can expect of the hybrid. All right, so that is from the mother side, and the father side is this guy. Can you see? This is the PAP RL, Papillilaminum RL, but this is a self. Nonetheless, I think it's wonderful. That V-shaped sinus and dark foliage. And this is what we are offering. This is the hybrid between the two parents plants that I just showed you. So you can see a very crisp, bright vein coming down, dark foliage. And what is special is, I think, is that wavy edge. So you can tell I like this kind of shape, this long triangular shape. Okay, so again, this is the FTG crystallinum crossed with Papi RL self. Also from the same batch. All right, so I've shown this in the last live, so I'm just going to quickly cycle through it again for those of you who weren't able to join. Okay, another hybrid. This is Phantom Ray crossed with Papi RLX self. So Phantom Ray is a hybrid from Subsignatum lineage. All right, so think of something like this. Yeah, so triangular. All right, let me pull that down. Triangular shape, almost flat sinus. And the lobe, the ear is to the side. Right, so that's the mother. That's from the mother side. And the father is Papi RL. So the father again is this one. So you can imagine there is also a variegated version of this plant. So the difference is from the last plant is that this is completely dark. It does not have that bright crisp vein. So this is for someone who likes that dark look without the vein. And you can already see that it is flat. It is almost flat. Let me show you another one from the same batch. This is another one from the same batch. Very dark foliage. All right, moving on to next is, I think this one is very special and is very, very difficult to breed. This is the Warraquenum crossed with Luxurian. So you can see the long leaf shape and the bumpy leaf texture. And I'll show you the bigger plant for reference. All right. Okay, this is the bigger plant for reference. So you can see when it grow up, what it can look like. It has an almost texture like its father, and the leaf shape from the mother. Again, you see something you like, you can capture the screen and send us a direct message, and we can go ahead and get it reserved for you. Also, for those of our non-Japanese audience, you are also welcome. We will be trying to do more of this live show in weeks to come, and hope it will be something more regular. Okay, that's for the hybrid, the seedlings that we have for this show. I also have some clone cutting. This is the chocolate crystallinum clone cutting. 3 leaves, top cutting. It's quite big already, you can see. Okay, if you think this is yours, send us a direct message. And I've got to offset to clone of this plant. This is the FTG crystallinum crossed with red crystal. So this plant is for reference, and what we are offering is these 2 guys. This is a smaller one and more of a medium size of the FTG crystallinum crossed with red crystal. This is the smaller one and the slightly bigger one. Okay, hi Green Jam Jam. Yes, I did find a plant. You were asking about pink variegated Anthurium. This is it. This is the Boolean peach. The latest leaf is green, but the rest is variegated. Actually, this plant has been all variegated until I took the cutting and it gave me this green leaf. How about that? All right, so what you see here is not exactly pink because it's usually the new leaf that is pink. Give me 5 seconds. I will go into the greenhouse and try to get one that looks pink so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the same plant. This one is actually has a lot more green, but what I want to show you is that it is pink and when the leaf hardened and becomes more mature, the pink will usually turn to white. So you can see the variegated part becomes white. Now in a cooler climate, the pink tends to stay on longer. Now this is one type of pink that get asked about a lot. It gets that the blotchy pattern. And a different kind of pink is what I often describe as more of a peachy pink. Is this. So this is more of a peachy pink color. I think on the camera it may come out looking a bit more towards orange. But think of it as a peach. Again, in cooler climate, the pink it is more obvious. This is the Rusty Long crossed with Pappy RL. And I'm just showing you a very mature plant right now. Right now we're in the peak of summer here in Thailand. It is very hot outside and the plant do suffer a bit. And the color is somewhat less intense. And also, I also said this in the previous live that under certain growing condition, you can get it to be more pink. And I think using grow light is one of the influencing factor. In addition to the cooler climate. So in my experience, right around 25 Celsius is a good spot. I think below that is a bit too cold and the growth slow down. Okay, that's just for reference. And what we have to offer is this. This is actually, we put this up in a sales channel also. This is a middle cutting. And this leaf comes from the mother. And these two new leaves is the new growth. I do get some people asking me and they are not comfortable with middle cutting. I just want to say that with the new growth, middle cutting is basically the same as top cutting. It is already rooted. It has a lot of root. So it is no different from the mother that it came from. Okay, so if you want this, and in a few moments I'll show you a few more, please send me a direct message. I can bring this to you to the Hana Uchu Anthurium Expo sorry, on May 17th. Or if you cannot come to the expo, I can send it to you when I arrive in Japan. So we will send it COD. So we send it and you pay for the shipping when it arrives. Let me show you a few more. But this is the smallest size, and it's actually not small, but it is the smallest size that we are bringing. I think this is a good size. For me, it's easy to pack. Larger plant is a bit more troublesome to pack. And larger plant, they have a lot more roots, and they take up a lot of space. This is another cutting. Yeah, they are from the same parents. Again, from another cutting from the same parents. This one is bigger than the previous one. And another one. Okay, another one from the same parents. These are all cutting, either middle cutting or they are offset. Offset is, new growth coming out from the side. Let me grab one more just so you get an idea of what it may or may not become. So this is also from the same parent. It's actually from the same batch. And I kept this to become the next generation parent. And I think this plant is special because it is made from a true clone of Pappy RL on the father side. So it is not RL self. All right, let me go put that down. Okay. So you see, for those of you who may not be too familiar with variegated plant, so this right here, this is a perfect balance between green and non-green part. Because if you get too much green, it's like this, right? You don't see a lot of pink because it's too green. But if it's too white, do I have something too white here? Yeah. So this is too white, too much white. It is completely white. This will burn out. But there are pros and cons. If it's very bright like this, new emergent is very pink. But it dies. It dies quickly. So in my experience and what I prefer is something that is more like marble pattern like this. So I've been actually pitching this to a few clients. Okay, put that back. Put that back again. Drop us a message if you like. Rusty Long RL. Okay, what is dark on the middle of top? This is Papillilaminum RL self. Is an awesome plant. Look at the new emergent. Look at that. The sinus is quite flat. The new emergent is reddish brown, almost like a chocolate color. I use this one a lot in my breeding program. I think it has a wonderful leaf shape. And look at the red on the back side. Okay, so what I just show you is one kind of pink, which I usually just say peachy pink. Again, I come back to this guy, Boolean peach. This is more of a pink red, not peach pink. Pink right now is very hot in the market. Everyone wants pink. And as you can imagine, the price is also quite hot. All right, since we are on the bigger size plant, so I'll continue with the bigger size plant and work my way down towards something smaller. Okay, this is big plant, big in terms of mature and a lot of leaves, and is already flowering. So this is perfect for someone who just wants to not waste any time and get right to breeding. This is a Magnificum crossed with RVDP. All right, so if you think you want to own this, send us a message. And something else, this will soon become mother size, also big leaf. This is Magnificum crossed with red crystal. For my Japanese audience, if you cannot understand the caption or if it's displaying funny Japanese, you can capture the screen and we can chat in message. So this is Magnificum crossed with red crystal. You can see the crystal vein and very round shape. So if you like the round shape, this is it. Oh, another special one. Anthurium soul flare. This is of Magnificum lineage. So new leaf, it comes out pink, also pink, and then it fades to more yellow. But more of a orange, yellow-orange tone. This is an offset from the bigger plant. So if you like and you want to talk more about this, please capture the screen and send to me. Okay. This is this Papillilaminum crossed with red crystallinum from Tisula. All right, so this I had this from a long time ago since they were small seedling. Many of them were sold when they were small, and these are the one that when they were young they didn't look too good, but surprisingly when they grow up it became quite good. And again, this is already a mature plant, so it will soon start flowering. I just need to change the pot. I've been keeping them in a smaller pot. Haven't got time to come around and change the pot. But I think once the pot is changed, it should just explode in size. Because this root right here, I don't know, you can see this root, they're not getting the nutrient because they're up there. Okay, next is also Magnificum lineage. This is Magnificum crossed with red crystal. So again, it's the same one as I showed you before. When they grow up, when they get big, they should become more round, almost a circle. Yes, we can ship to most destinations in the world. We have shipped to Southeast Asia. We ship to Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore. We can ship to China, we can ship to Japan, we can ship to Russia, we can ship to most destinations in EU. But I think except for Switzerland, we ship to Germany, we ship to Austria, we ship to France, and also ship to USA. Oh, Indonesia. Yeah, we ship to many places. So that was off the top of my head. And we also have, we have connection in other countries where we cannot ship, but we will try to find a way. Australia is a harder country to ship to. We did it once. I think the customer has some kind of permit. Okay, next up. This is Papillilaminum variegated crossed with Dressleri. This is an offset from a bigger plant. And the petiole is square. It probably cannot see on the screen, but the petiole is square, having the DNA from its father. This is the emergent. Okay, this next one is Papillilaminum variegated crossed with Luxurian. So again, for those of you who like the bumpy plastic-like texture, I've got to get used to this live where left is right and right is left. And I think it's a good time to get into these variegated Anthurium now, as price has already come down quite a lot, except for the newer hybrid. And they are quite fun to breed. It really excels your imagination. Another smaller one for Papillilaminum variegated crossed with red crystal. This is the new leaf. So this one takes the character more from the mother side. The crystal is very minimal. And this one is for those of you who like bright variegated pattern. Yeah, so if you guys have any question, comments, anything, let me know. Let me know right here, right down there. Let me know how I'm doing on this live. No, it's quite new to me. Like last time I had a caption down here and it really didn't work because like there was like this IG comment coming up and it was like things were like, you know, on top of each other. So I moved it up there. And I have to be conscious not to like put the plant up here, otherwise get into the same problem. So I have to put the plant down here now. Okay. Gonna move on to smaller things. Do give us, drop us some message. You'll be surprised. They are very affordable. I am confident we are one of the largest manufacturer here in Bangkok. And if any one of you is in Thailand, is in Bangkok, and wants to come visit us, you are all welcome to. Just send us a message. We always enjoy new friends. Okay, this next one is Papillilaminum crossed with Carla blacki. So Carla blacki always give a very distinctive character. Their DNA comes through very well with the, you know, is unique Carla crystal vein. So for example, this is around 8,000 baht for those of you who are curious about price. So 8,000 baht, that comes out to about 40,000 Japanese yen. I do not sell a lot of like, you know, very small plant for a number of reasons. I mean, first of all, they are very young. They are not so strong. They can be okay in shipping. Second factor is, I think the character hasn't developed. And you probably won't see the true character until, you know, maybe another 5 months, 6 months. Usually when it's well into its 10th leaves, you start to see the character, how the variegation is, what the true color is like. When they are young, they all look the same. Like this smaller one. So something like this is 5,500 Thai baht. That is what, just over 40,000 Japanese yen. Oh, this one is good. This one is nice. And why is this cheaper than that one? Well, anyway, this one is just a bit cheaper than the than the first one I show, but I actually think this looks very nice. Okay, obviously I didn't do the pricing, but this one is very nice. This is again, this is the Pap Carla. Yes, it is, but the petal is red. So this is a bonus for anyone who's watching right now and you want to grab this. And the red petal actually kind of come through on the vein, on the bone. Some people call it bone, some people call it vein. All right, so if you like it, capture the screen, send me a message. All right. This is also same papillilaminum with Kala. Let me show you the tag just in case. For those of you who may not be too fluent in English. Oops. It also has red petal, but I think the red doesn't come through like that last one. But nonetheless, still a very nice specimen. Okay, so that's that for the Pap Carla. And we're gonna move on to other hybrid involving different father and mother. Rusty Long crossed with AOS. Rusty Long crossed with AOS. So this is smaller plant. This is very special. I think this is one of those pink plant, although it's still not so obvious. But I think I can see that this right here is gonna develop into more pink as we get out of the peak of the summer here in Bangkok. What else do we have here? Okay, the papillilaminum crossed with chocolate. So this is the father, right? The chocolate crystallinum, the father. This is one of our newer crosses, newer hybrid. Another one of the papillilaminum crossed with chocolate crystallinum. And papillilaminum crossed with Michelle. Papillilaminum crossed with Doc Block Michelle. Is a variegated Michelle. So let me show you the father. This is the father plant. So this is the Michelle variegated. Next. Next. Okay, something different. This is the Papillilaminum crossed with Portularia for Sherman. So when this grow up, the leaves will become very long. I'll grab you the mature plant so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a mature plant of what I just showed you. So you can see it's long shape. Just imagine when this get very big, this can be almost like the queen, the Anthurium queen, right? It gets very long. So we're offering the smaller size plant. And here I've still got some Papillilaminum variegated crossed with Luxurian. So the bumpy plastic texture. Okay, also one of my newer hybrid. This is, the mother comes from the line of subsignatum. So subsignatum, think of this. It's out of the screen. Let me move the camera a little bit. Oop, yeah, right there. The mother. I don't know if you guys can see it that well. Flat sinus, flat ear. And that I crossed with Portularia FS. So Portularia is also long shape. So I think I'm confident that this will be something triangular. It will be a triangle. But if it's long or not long, we'll have to see when it grow up. Not all seedlings are the same. Okay, one of my very latest hybrid. This is a Forgetii hybrid crossed with FTG crystallinum. I think it will become almost like an FTG crystallinum, except that it is variegated. I have seen one true variegated FTG in the market, and the offering price is just insane. Let me try to show you a picture of that plant that I am talking about. here. Now, the owner say this is a true variegated FTG. I hope I am not too far off with this hybrid. I actually would have bought that plant if the price wasn't so insane. It was, the asking price was, let me punch that in. The asking price was 3 million Japanese yen. That was the asking price. Quite amazing. Okay. Now I move on to the smaller one, even smaller, but not tiny. This is the Papillilaminum variegated cross with SP Nova DF. It's a PAP FS. So this is interesting to see if they do become like the SP Nova DF. This is a seedling. It's about 5 leaves seedling. So I guess in about 3 to 5 months, you're starting to see the true character come through. Now, I did not make this. I got it from somebody else. And I only have 4 of them, and I want to keep 2. So I'm putting the other 2 up, available for sale. Okay. Hi, Biophilic Blueprint. Saudi Arabia. I have to check on that. We ship to the Middle East. I have to ask my other client how they do it. I don't know particularly about Saudi. Also given the current situation over there. So I hope you guys stay safe. And we all plant lovers. So we want nothing more than peace. Okay, so what I have here is, this is a special for today. The May 5th sales event is a promotional set of 3 plants. All of them are variegated. This is the first one, the second one, and the third one. So these 3 plants for 10,000 baht, or 10,000 baht is 50,000 Japanese yen. I don't know if the shopping festival also extends to other parts of the world, but it has become like a culture here, in Asia. So you get it on May 5th, and then you get it on June 6th, July 7th, August 8th, so on and so forth. You get the idea. And there's always a big sales on almost everything. Okay, so that's it. That's what I have to show for today. Again, this is my last live for pre-order to Japan on the Anthurium Expo on May 17th. So if you watch this live and you see something you like, you want to pre-order, please take the screen capture and send us a message. I urge you to grab it first because a lot of things has already been on reserved. You see something you like, grab it. Don't wait. You wait and you often lose the opportunity. Also, we welcome any question, any suggestion, or anything. We may be a little bit slow in getting back, but if we don't keep poking us, we don't mind. It's a small team here, and we get a lot of inquiries from around the world. And this year we are going big on collaboration with our USA partners, also in EU, and hopefully Japan and other parts of the world. If you are interested in working with us, wholesale or in other manners, we are flexible and open to discussion. Do send us message. We will be happy to work with you. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next live. Bye-bye.